Guys, welcome to the Chez Parlay Podcast. Bienvenue. I'm here with an incredibly talented, close friend and colleague of mine. I really feel that they should call him Gibraltar Davis from the mountains of success that he's been climbing recently. He is an extraordinary film director, music video director, and I have the pleasure continuously and in the past of working with him. So everybody tune in. Today is going to be an extraordinary conversation with one of the most legendary out of Newark, New Jersey. Let's give it up for Rock Davis.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So, man, quite the journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's been since day one.
Yes, sir.
I really want to get into your roots of how you became who you are now.
Thank you.
Film director, music video director. You have 2 features out. One called My Feature.
My first feature. Yeah.
My first feature.
And
And
What
the
About
other,
Us?
And What About Us? So I've seen both. I've been part of one. And I just, again, honor and pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, who was Rock Davis? Filmmaker out of Newark, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
I was born and raised from 2 parents, Rosetta Davis and Robert Davis. I got 2 brothers, Ramses Ali Davis and Raheem Ali Davis, and I'm the
Yes.
middle child. I started because my father was into it.
Okay.
My father used to run this program during the summertime at Essex County College, like a film production company. I don't, still to this day, I don't know how he got that job. He just worked his way in there. But that was the beginning of my journey because I remember going on set and seeing these guys having a good time, like miking up the talent and the camera guys doing anything before it started rolling. And it didn't look like stress or work.
It was like inspiring.
Yeah, and they were getting paid to do it. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And my father used to bring home old E&G equipment and then like the switcher, and you put it to the back of the TV, the little RCA cables, and you see yourself with this little weird camera. You could switch to something else.
Don't you feel it's so weird about how much people had to still invest back in the day to get stuff done that we get done today?
So quickly.
So imagine like going up into a helicopter, having to rent the helicopter, having like an RE that's like half your weight on your shoulder. Now you got a drone you could buy for like what?
Fact.
You know, it's
next
crazy.
to nothing, actually.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, so then I went to NJCU. I took this film course, Film 1, and I remember my teacher asking everybody what did they want to do or would they see themselves after they graduated. And then all these people were being pretentious about, I want to go to Hollywood and I'm going to be this big director and all that. I'm just like, bro, we're in this little C-level school.
Yeah.
No disrespect to NJCU, but it was a great school. I had fun there. I became a man there, but it wasn't a esteemed film department.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but the people there were fun. But I said, I just want to go back to my neighborhood and shoot music videos. I said hood, but
No.
So the people in the class like kind of let their guard down after I said that because I was just being, just fully transparent and only looking at through my lens of how far I think I can go. I was just thinking about that.
Was there certain like music videos within that era of like the 90s that were inspiring you?
Oh yeah, I was
a
big fan of Hype, Little X, and Mark Romanek. Those are my favorite 3 at the time. Just some of the Radiohead stuff I saw.
What captivated you the most about those
particular
directors?
For me, with Hype Williams, what it was the lighting and then how he did the bleach broadcast, which was actually a filter on these programs. And shout out to Malik Saheed, was his DP, his main DP.
Yeah.
And I just was in awe of the way, just the way he just was having fun with it like a kid. That's what I'm saying. Like he felt like a kid on set. I can tell by the work. And then even when I started doing work for Nico, who was my muse, I tried to implement those same values and flip it and then make it happen like that.
That's basically how we met. I remember it was an era where we were the dream catchers. I had met Steve Sams at a studio. Grab it. Yeah.
I had it too far.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Yes, sir. Thank you, Rich.
Yes, sir. So it was one of those situations that when I first met you, it was interesting because you had the name of like an actor, but you were a director. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, this guy's Rock Davis. I'm like, who is this guy?
More of a porn star name, but I'm joking. I'm joking.
I like that.
I'm joking. But that's funny you said that. That's dope. As an actor name, that's cool.
No, that's like, it was an incredible, I don't know, it's like you had a persona about yourself that you made the set more fun. You made it feel official.
Thank you. Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I remember I worked, with you behind the scenes
Mhm.
and in front of the lens a lot of the time, and like a lot of things that I know today, are in
Thank you. Yeah.
gratitude to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir.
Giving you your flowers.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But tell me about, like, again, we know there's certain music videos that, like, gave you certain essence and feeling. You're like, this is what I want to do. But like, from those music videos, is there anything that you implement in what you do today, lighting wise,
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's still from like that era, or like, something
Yeah,
you can
like so for
emphasize?
me, it's always been lighting. Lighting has been number one for me. Cinematography is second because just like so I took a photography class. I'll never forget. It was like a 7-hour course,
Mhm.
and the teacher he would only teach for an hour. Then he had you out there. We had to go to B&H to buy the cameras
Yeah,
and all this film equipment and development stuff. And he's like, "Yo, y'all get on clicks with it. Just start taking pictures or whatever." So it was all about the lighting and making sure you have the exposure right first. So I came from that era of like seeing an image come before your face. You go in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dark room, you see it appearing right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, it was
That was mind blowing too within itself. So I always
Absolutely.
think every filmmaker should just take a photography class in the dark room just to see what that feels like, opposed to just
Absolutely.
having digital cameras, your phone,
Yeah.
these great images, and see where it originated from.
Because I think like when you start out as a photographer
Mm-hmm.
and then you're able to lead into being a cinematographer, videographer,
Yeah,
you lean more into compression. You lean
that's a fact.
into composition. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I think that like gives you more flavor. It's like a DJ becoming a producer. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what made like someone like Just Blaze
It's a
incredible.
fact. It's a
You know what I'm
fact. It's a
saying?
fact.
So that's dope. I see you got the Naughty by
Yes.
Nature.
So they had me in Australia, one of the best times of my life.
Really?
Right before I had my daughter too. I found out the sex of my daughter while I was on tour
Wow.
with them in Australia.
Wow.
And funny thing, I was heavy on that Globe stuff. I got it on my own Globe.
Yeah.
So I got the book bag in Australia, said Globe on it because it meant the world to me at the time. The day I found out was the day I bought that bag.
This is your reward?
Oh my God, don't stop playing. It's crazy.
This is a pin?
You got the glow now.
This is a pin I came across where I was
that
like,
a red
okay,
on oh, this is amazing.
this is a red on a gimbal, and I always remember you in those eras.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so
Where'd you find this at?
I found it in my my
This is
stash
mine to
of things
keep.
that's
Oh
yours
my
to
God.
keep.
I'm gonna
So
put it
like
somewhere.
when I thought about those Globe era times you traveling the world, I was
Oh
like,
my
man,
God.
you always had like the gimbal and this, that, and the third. So I was like, you know what, this is my gift to Rock Davis.
Oh my God, it's amazing, bro. Yeah, that Globe thing was a big deal to me because it was based off my daughter's situation. And then Jay saw it first. I said, I like that too. I said, y'all got more. That's the only one. Jay's like, Jay, because I told Jay, he's like, yo, you take it.
Tell people about Jay. Like I said, we both on my end, I had a Jay in my life. It's like,
Jay Saint. No, not Jay Saint.
No, Jay Suarez.
Jay Suarez. Yeah. I remember
yeah.
Jay Saint too. Jay Saint was fire.
Yeah. So, we met at a time where we had like a lot of different partnerships, right?
Yes, sir.
So Jay Rodriguez was your other half in Itchy House Films. Again, where did the name come from? What was that journey like with you and Jay? How did you guys meet? Like, did that like take away from who you are as Rock Davis? Did it just add to it at the time? Like,
it definitely added to it. It definitely. So the Itchy House, he had the name already, and he's like, "Yo, we could change it, whatever." Because you know what I'm saying, no, we gonna merge up with it. I said, "No, I like it because my family member used to call me Itchy, whatever. I used to get so nervous when I was playing video games. I always wanted to win. So I told him that story. He said, "Wow, it was meant to be." At the time, obviously, whatever. So we kept the name.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I was the type of person. I wasn't like stuck on my name and whatever and like that. Just trying to say, no, I'm who I am.
I just think there's so many there's so many dope names that come about, and like I always want to know like the core of it. You know?
Yeah. So Jay, I met Jay on a video shoot. He was shooting a video for artists. Then he was featured on this video that I was doing with another artist, and I was shooting. And I had this zoom lens, this regular little 18 or whatever it was.
Okay.
And I was just finding focal lengths there. Then he had a 50 millimeter, he had a 7200. And he was like, yo, use this, put that on there, whatever, change the game. So I was like that. So,
that's dope.
And then I remember after that video shoot, I was going on a cruise probably like about a few days later.
Yeah.
And back then, the service or whatever, my shit was going to voicemail for like about 7 days. And I remember getting service from him. He's like, yo, I've been hitting you up, whatever. He said, I thought we was going to partner up, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't mess with me no more like that? I said, nah, bro, I'm on a cruise. He's like, oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But he probably thought like I showed him a new way and it's intimidating. I was like, no, I can't wait to get back.
Yeah.
Because I was excited about what I've learned and what I saw. Because I had my laptop with me on vacation. So I was editing. So I'm looking at the footage that we used with his lenses. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
I remember the way you guys used to work. It's like, I remember like you guys were the kings of guerrilla style.
Yes.
But like at the same time, it's like Jay was like, he was the telephoto guy.
Yes, sir. Always.
And you were like the wide lens on the slider guy.
Love it.
And you guys, just that combination alone, really, nobody was doing it at the time. And your guys' techniques really formulated what we know, or forever ingrained in our brains in a great way, during all the music videos you did back in the day. So like whether it was Nico or it was that Action Jackson video I remember.
Oh, you was in that too?
You guys had so much.
We was in my apartment in Bloomfield.
Yeah. Like, I could see
that was
it.
amazing. I remember that.
Yeah.
We was in your apartment too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was so fire. When you and Jameson. Yeah.
And you guys had like so much like
it was so much
motion
energy. It was
and
so
energy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. That
Do you
video.
ever feel like you're chasing that first time high?
No, I don't feel like that no more.
No,
because like I said, because I done shot so many videos, just even if it's film or interviews and music video on top of music video, like it's just a part of my day now.
Was there a piece of gear or like a passion project that really changed your life?
A passion project?
Yeah.
I want to say the films, because the films was something that I wrote and something I wanted to do. Because I've been a work for hire for so long.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, just taking people's music and coming up with treatments and ideas like that. You never felt like it was your project, even though you had the idea and they went with it. So to have something that I wrote, directed, produced, and like that, those were the moments I say, oh, this is dope, because for me, it's more rewarding.
I hear you.
Yeah, so even for an actor, whatever, actors go to these auditions and stuff like that to get typecast or whatever.
Yeah.
But you ask an actor what they dream, we ask them what their dream role is, whatever. It's like something that they'll probably never get.
I got you.
So it's the same thing as a director, whatever. So you're being work for hire. Because I know a lot of directors dope, but it's never their work. They got signed on to direct the project. They got to read your script that they don't care about.
No.
Lock in with it. But I told myself I'm going to be a Spike Lee. I'm going to write my own movies. I'm not going to be the one that's like, oh, I'm looking for work, hire me. I was like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. It's been that way.
It's a challenge for me. Yeah. Like, I feel like, as much as I have a creative brain, I think to sit down and literally finalize a whole script is it's a different challenge than just even shooting a film or getting the audio right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, again, props to you on that, because it's no easy task.
Oh my God. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Especially like, again, like I think I mentioned before, like, when you're going against people that have done it 5 times around, trying to pitch to large studios and this and this and that, and you feel like, how do I keep up with that? Like, that your idea is gem, but then you got to get all the other moving pieces, solid. So I know like shooting a film is super, super challenging. So anybody that's been able to accomplish that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 2 in. Like I've been a part of other films. I DP'd other films, co-directed other ones. Steps was one of our biggest ones, with Rob Morgan was the main actor.
Yeah.
And he's a big actor now, whatever. So to have him, Denzel's wife was one in the movie, Pauletta Washington. That was a big deal for us. And so I'm just gonna keep going. Like I said, I think I told you before, I got a tarot reading yesterday.
Yes.
So what she explained to me, whatever, changed my whole perspective about how I deal with people all together.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see it through because she don't know my life from nothing, whatever. She shuffled the cards and all that. And I was like, wow. I said, I needed to see this right now today.
You felt like a lot of truths came up?
Yeah, it's just like the worrying that I used to worry about. I mean, I'm talking about worrying like from like a day or two. I was in a situation, I was worrying about it, but then I know I didn't do nothing wrong, and then you trying to explain to somebody it's not that, whatever, but she was like, yo, let that shit go. Because I explained it to her what happened. Just having a conversation with a good friend of mine. I'm just jumping around, but I'm just saying, how about now I don't force nothing. Like, yo, you want to go. You want to stay.
When you write something or you go through things in life, especially when you're an artist,
facts.
There's so many things you hold on to because it's part of your recipe.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always say, you got to play the dark keys on a piano and the light keys that make the chord.
I like the way you talk.
But the whole song, you know what I'm saying? The whole song is life.
I see why you're about to marry him. I'm joking.
No, but that's how I feel. I truly feel like you can't, life is composed of the lower end keys and the high keys, but that makes the chord for the song, and that's the beauty in the song. So I felt like, when you go through trials and tribulations, a lot of people have the beauty of letting go of things, but you also know in our field, that is the motivation and the inspiration to a lot of your works. So it's almost like tormenting.
Wow.
That you're like, damn, I gotta think about this. I gotta think about my first divorce. I gotta reapproach my first divorce. I gotta think about my second situation going on in life.
Second divorce.
Yeah, I gotta think about my kids' reactions going through it and this, that, and the third. And it's like, and everybody else is applauding your
the efforts, but I'm going through it in real time.
No, they're applauding your failures that became successes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm not failures. I don't want to say failures.
No. So
your hardships.
So how I have it in my head when I talk about my film, I said, from the director, I brought you two beautiful kids and survived 2 failed marriages. Come, what about us?
Exactly.
So when I say fail, whatever, I'm never saying it in the word fail, just like it just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah, but I got 2 healthy kids or whatever. So if you notice about life, whatever, we're here to procreate.
For sure.
So I tell people, like, try to figure it out, even if you can't have kids, whatever, but the beauty of it is you eloping and the other significant other is having the baby and it comes out. That's the beauty of life, whatever. So I feel like I did my job because I was 35 when I had my first kid. My whole 20s, I made sure I traveled the world. I made sure I saw everything before I had a kid, whatever. Because I wanted to be a man first to say, oh, I know how to control myself. I know how to handle myself in any circumstance.
For sure.
Because I know people that had kids at 16, 15, they still kids.
Yeah.
So me, I was like, I want to see the world first. So when I had my kids, whatever, I was surprised. I was like, I never thought I had kids because when I was rolling in the 20s and even my early 30s, I was like, do I want kids? And then when I had one, I was like, wow, this has changed my life for the better.
That actually, it always concerns me.
So I did my job.
I'm 37 now, and it always.
Well, you're a man. You could be 58.
I know, but it always concerns me being an artist about having kids. Like,
I promise you, it don't mean nothing. I promise you, you'll get through it.
I got that thing that I know I'd be a good dad, but at the same,
I promise you, do it.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying.
No.
It only makes your life better. Everybody think, all the turmoil I've been through, it made my life better.
Would you say, between your daughter and your son, are those your greatest creations?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm only saying that because I look at my daughter. She looks just like me because how it works is they say
mind you, I remember when she was born.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. they say the fathers when they have kids, the daughter, they look like the daughters, and the daughters look like the fathers, whatever. And then the kids, the sons look like the mothers.
Yeah.
So she reminds me of my mother because my mother had me. I look like my mother.
God rest her soul.
Then I had her, and she looks like me. So when I look at my daughter, it looks like my mother. Because it's like mother, son, mother, daughter kind of thing, right? But my son thing, whatever, is like he don't look like me, but I see some of the stuff in me, whatever. So when I was talking to him the other day, it was just like, wow.
I feel like it's something in the eyes.
Yeah. I told my wife that. I told my ex-wife that. I said, hey, I see he got my eyes. Like, no, he don't. Yeah. I said, he got your face, but I promise you he got my eyes.
Yeah.
It's a picture on my Instagram that I put my old picture when I was younger and put a picture of him. We look just alike in the eyes.
The way he gravitates in a creative
he's mad cool,
way. Yeah.
So my son is like that, wow. Like, yeah. So I can't wait to get all that way right.
Yeah.
In the new environment. I'm not the father in the house like I used to be.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get that right. That's my biggest concern because me and my daughter, we good. I'm gonna go down there this Saturday. Go to the zoo if it don't rain and all this stuff. So she want to be a zoologist. So I think that's dope. Like something out the box. Dope. Like she be doing stuff like she be doing archery, like all the stuff that I wish I was there for. That her mother. So shout out to her mother. Her mother's so dope.
Ashley,
like doing archery, doing like zip lining, camping like over the weekend by herself with the other people and the parents. Like I'm proud of stuff like that because I want my daughter to be.
She's the extension of you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And then my son, sad to say, like. I don't even want to put on blast, but I feel like you sheltering my son. My son's supposed to be like me, a guy. Like I was in the streets. Young lad, we just doing fun stuff. And the way the parents look at their sons now, they so scared of it. I'm like, yo, I want him to do these extra things, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait to get it right, whatever, because it's just a lot of stuff that I put it through. So I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, everything's supposed to happen how it's supposed to happen. Honestly.
Absolutely.
So anyway, this is where I'm at now. I'm a filmmaker, 47. I feel like I'm in my 20s. I work out every day. I go to the gym.
That's nice.
I try to eat right and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm in my 20s.
That's good.
Yeah, I look like I know. Like I'm in my 30s.
I always say like this career, the way it keeps you young, with the way you have to always be on set, moving around and thinking as sharp as anybody else.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be on point. With that being said, I was gonna say, is there, again, going back to the question, was there any moment or artist where you're like, man, I can't believe I'm shooting for
Oh,
them?
yes, it was a lot. So my obviously dealing with the Khaled stuff too was a big deal for us at the time.
Yeah.
Because Khaled was one of the biggest artists. Like,
If you guys don't know,
yeah.
Rock Shot for Diddy, DJ Khaled,
Ross,
Vado,
Akon,
Wu-Tang,
Biggie. We actually had
Biggie,
vocals. Faith.
Redman.
Redman was my favorite.
Yeah.
Nas, Mary J. Blige.
Redman's like a stand-up guy. I met him once.
Iconic.
You know, can I tell you a story?
Yeah, please.
So we're Benetton, right?
Yes.
At the time. Lords of the Underground shot them out, Do It All.
Yeah. So the spot I'm in, that was his old spot.
Oh, his old spot.
Yeah. Shout out to Do It All. Do It All literally saved my life.
That's crazy.
He literally saved my life.
So Do It All, he invited Benetton to a fundraiser for Newark for the school system. They were raising money to get books for the school system. So he's like, I'm gonna have you guys work it with me, and then we're gonna go to the studio after. And I want you to meet some people. Check it out.
Wow, don't tell me about that.
This is interesting, right? So I'm there. I'm in my suit. I'm letting people in. I look up, and this dude's like, can you check in Reggie Noble?
Wow.
And I'm like, that's Redman.
Yeah, Reggie.
That's crazy. But I saw him differently from how we see him on the TV. He had cornrows, he had glasses, and he had a suit on.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is the weirdest thing, you know what I'm saying? So this, that, and the third, we meet everybody. And then we go to Do It All studio, right? Right there in like Ironbound section. So Redman was like, yo, my man dude said you got that funk. And I was like,
the beast.
I was like, I do.
Remember
that?
Yeah.
So Redman, he looked the way now I imagine him. You know, he had his hat on. He was like changing. He's like, yo, let me listen to something. He's like, so he takes my cell phone, and I made this beat for Redman like a long time ago in my head, right? That's why I said like there's these connections. Like, have you ever felt excited? Exactly. So he comes out. He's like, bro, this shit is crazy. You got this, man. You got the funk. He's like, yo, where's your hard drive? So my heart's pounded, right? My heart's pounded because I'm like,
I don't have it.
It's not even that. I'm just like, I usually don't get like starstruck, but I'm like, yo, this guy is humble. He listened to my beat in a damn closet, and now he's asking me to take out my hard drive.
Find the beat.
And then like Mr. Cheeks is in the corner. I'm like, I listened to this guy, lights, camera, action, growing up, going into school, like, waiting before the bell rings. I'm like, I'm listening to that song. And so I'm playing these beats, right? And Red's like, damn, you know who I can see on this? And I'm like, who? He's like, Busta Rhymes.
Wow.
And I'm like, inside I'm shaking, but I'm like acting cool, you know?
So
I'm like,
fire.
So it's like those moments, really, I know, just as a creator, you really feel like you're living a dream. So that's why I want to say, is there one of those moments for you where you're like, this guy is cool as hell. I never thought I'd be shooting for them. Like, I watched you guys on TV, and now I'm here. And you're giving the direction. So,
well, for me, I got 2 for 1 when I did the whole Mary and Nas thing. That was a big deal. That was probably one of the bigger budgets we had.
Okay.
And just to be my man who he drove from, forgot where he's from in Cali. But I thought he lived in like Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I drove 4 hours to come here. I was like, wow. So he did the behind the scenes for me, the pictures that day. And I remember, it's actually on my Instagram. I'm between them talking to both of them like this. Yeah. And they both looking at me like, looking up like that.
It's also on your website.
Yeah. I blew it up, whatever. So that was the moment I was like, wow, Mary J. Blige was the queen before, obviously, Beyonce era. Yeah. Everybody's Mary J. Blige and Nas is considered the best lyricist ever.
Yeah.
To have 2 for 1 in the middle of that, and they looking at me like for direction, it was wow. So that was the moment that I really felt like, wow. And shout out to my man, Nigel Talley. That's my man. Like, he in 6 Degrees of Separation, shout out to my mentor, Samad Davis, which is my cousin, my older cousin. He's in Dubai doing the biggest thing, but he was the one that set all that up. Oh. He was the one that got me in Africa for the first time. He's the one that got me on private jets.
How was your experience, outside the U.S. for the first time?
Oh my God, that was mind-blowing. Then even Africa, too. I remember when we came back from that first trip, and me and Samad said, we should do a documentary, ask Black people what they feel about going to Africa.
For sure.
And somebody said, yo, going to Africa is like going to space. They don't see themselves going. That's crazy. We just got back from him. I'm like, bro, we was on private jets. We in gold mines, like 100 yards into the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
We meeting presidents. We on private jets. We tearing it up, whatever. So I didn't want to see Africa for the first time like a tourist. Like I go to the hotel, and then they take us to like a tour here. You go to the beach here. You're not really seeing it. I was actually living out there.
Wow.
I remember getting in the cabs, and then the gunmen shaking me down because they know I wasn't American. They look in the car, put your hand out. I give them like a $5 CD.
You know what's crazy though?
I was like really living out there. I was like, wow.
Do you have African roots?
No, I'm just straight. I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
But like I said, but what I found out,
because I was gonna say,
we're not all from there.
If I gave you an accent between your height and everything like that, like you,
a lot of people thought I was Jamaican back in the day, but I'm not.
Thought we're Jamaican?
Yeah, at the time.
Gotcha. No, that's dope.
But I grew up around a lot of Haitians, which my peoples, all my Haitians. Shout out to them.
Yo, that's the only people I could speak French with.
Really, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Haitian people were always like. Sometimes I go in, and I'll be like in the Haitian spot in Irvington, right? A lot of people don't realize.
I got the story too because I met a girl in Cote d'Ivoire that only spoke French.
Nice.
And then when I was
the French is the main language.
So when I was in Ghana, when we was doing a reality show, I flew her in, and I didn't speak a lick of French.
You actually said that pretty well. Because a lot of people are like,
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
So I had a laptop. It's a translation.com.
Okay.
So we luckily had Wi-Fi at the spot we were staying at. So I'm talking to her through text message, do the translation, like, yo, what you want to do tonight?
Yeah.
Handed a laptop. She said it back. So we
That's
talking,
crazy.
but we just smiling at each other the whole time.
That's dope.
I don't know the language, whatever. That's probably one of the best experiences I had with a female ever.
That's crazy.
We in a club.
It's just fun.
Yeah, we going out that night.
I just
whatever.
imagine like you still have the laptop though.
No, hell no. Hold on,
just
do
like,
I feel like I do.
Can I buy you a drink?
I feel like I do. I didn't break it yet. Yeah, but it was the most weirdest situation I had with a female ever. It was this black model type girl. She was so dope, whatever. So the whole time, even when we went out that night, we don't speak the language. I don't speak French and she don't speak English.
Yeah.
And we had one of the best nights ever because there was no talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great. Like, this girl's not talking. This is great. She's just smiling at me and like,
just enjoying herself.
I'm about to go pee.
Is there African dish that you gravitate towards? Like,
to be truthful, we was at the mall eating chicken shamu the whole time.
Okay.
It was like a pretty much an empanada. Because my man Samad didn't trust the food out there. Yeah. Because even though we got vaccinated, it was like a lot of issues with water and issues.
I see.
So he's like, yo, if we're gonna eat, we gotta eat them all. I feel bad for that. But I'm obviously the time
I can't lie. I've done a lot of Nigerian weddings and like their beef patties.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Crazy. They don't call them patties though. Yeah. What do they call them?
I don't even know.
I forget, but great stuff.
Yeah, some of my best times were in Africa, honestly. Because the first time I went was with whatever. Then we went back out there to do a reality show. Then we went out back out there to shoot music videos. Wow. So we tore Africa up. And I had the best time of my life out there. And I was just like, wow. I was like, why am I coming back home?
I know, right?
When I got back home, I was just like...
There's a lot of times where I'm like, are we like masochistic? Like,
what does that mean?
Masochistic mean like...
I love that word. That's a crazy word.
It's like...
Masochistic?
Do I want to hurt myself? Like, why do I
put myself... Why do you spell it? I'm just going to say it in the phone. You're fine. I'm going to say it in the phone. Yeah, I'm fine.
So is masochistic is like when you like kind of like, some people like hurt themselves sexually, like there's sadomasochism. Like it's like you put yourself through a lot of like shit
for no
because
reason.
you bring pleasure. So I'm like, I feel like
that sounds like somebody I know. Yeah.
So it's like, it's a lot of different times. Like I've come back to Jersey from Europe. I'm like, what am I doing?
It's a fact.
Like why do I want to live in the hood? Like I don't want to live in the hood. But at the same time.
No. Like America's the greatest country in the world. So I'm saying that. I'm only saying that because I experienced something new and thinking that's the end all be all, but it's not.
Did you have this experience? Because when I went back to France from being in Jersey for so long, I was like, okay.
How long were you there for?
I mean, I spent like a summer.
It's amazing. Yeah, as long as I've been in Africa was 3 months.
Yeah.
On a reality show.
When you go overseas, I always feel like that's the better way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why do I feel different here? Yeah, it's the food, the environment, stuff like that. But you know what it was? Is that I didn't have to walk with that bravado like, I'm going to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? The violence is like non-existent. I'm not saying that's the case for like Africa or whatever, but like when I was like overseas, I was like, yo, I get to chill. I can sleep with my door open.
That's crazy.
Or whatever. And I was like, those type of experiences really change your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or just being in a certain environment, seeing a whole different landscape. I know that probably influenced you.
Oh my God.
As an artist.
just waking up knowing you ain't have to do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just weird. The only thing I worried about was health insurance. You know, I had health insurance,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Back home, I was like, if I get hurt out here, like, if this is gonna
It's a
hold
different
up and go
pace.
to the hospital, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Cause I got strep throat out there. That was the worst feeling ever.
Especially when it's hot.
Yeah, my throat was so bad. I don't know why. I don't know if
It just wasn't.
It was the worst
happening.
feeling ever having strep throat out there.
Damn.
But I got through it.
All right, let me get back to this question
Sorry,
for you.
cut short,
No.
It's like, what?
Is there a project or an artist that you're still looking to capture?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that one.
You know, like is
I
there
still want to actually literally shake Jay. I met Jay one time at a summer jam with Fat Man Scoop had us behind the stand.
we talk about Jay-Z?
Yeah, so
Okay.
he walked in a room and we was like, oh, chef Jay-Z. But I never got a chance to say.
What would be your vision for? I know
So
we
look,
usually base it off of a song.
So look, shout out to Nigel and shout out to Shaka, which is a big intricate part in Rock Nation and the beginning stages of Jay-Z. So we wrote a treatment for the Carters when they did the song him and Beyonce, the album, for MLK song. But then they said they're not doing no more videos after the first two they did.
Gotcha.
But I wrote a treatment for whatever. They was kind of fucking with it, but it never happened. I was this close to doing a Jay-Z and Beyonce record. Shout out to my man Nigel, because it was real. Like we had met in Houston's on Route 4. It was me, Jyoti, Nigel, and Shaka, who was in charge of the project. So shout out to Shaka, yeah.
But even you,
that would have been crazy if I'd have got Jay-Z and Beyonce together. I'd probably be living in another country right now, not caring about nothing.
But check it out, like the story. I feel like, you know what's interesting? Like all these gateways. Maybe you don't see it like this, but I'm seeing it from one, a fan of your work, two, just like a friend and a colleague. What you just did for Redman.
Oh my
Think
God.
about it.
Oh my God.
Redman.
Iconic. He's my favorite.
Iconic.
He called me cocky. I don't know why. I be talking shit, but it's not that though.
Yeah, but like what you did for like all his videos so far, you might have somebody in the game like Jay-Z that's like, listen, Red just dropped this. I'm competitive. We're both almost in the same age bracket. Rock shot it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't look at it like that because I know. Honestly, it's like it's not what you know, it's who you know. My man, now you know everybody.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate enough to have.
He works for Atlantic, correct?
Not anymore. No. So
no.
The music business is doo-doo. Like,
it is.
I look at artists that be doing stuff even locally. I be laughing at them, not dissing them. I'm just like, bro, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not. They pick who they want. It's no.
They have to understand.
There's no grind. I don't care how much you grind. You're not getting on. It's not going to happen. I feel bad to even say that, but I know because I was in these meetings where they say, yo. I was in the meeting when they say, yo, I'm tired of these 3.5 minute songs. They got to be 1:48. They got to be 2:20. You can't tell nobody about it. People still doing songs that's 4 minutes long.
I know.
Bro, I never forget, me and my team drove to Atlanta to shoot a Y&B Lemire video in 21 Savage.
Yeah.
The song was 1 minute and 34 seconds. It was the easiest money I made in my life. It was the most fun. I'm like, wow. 1 minute and 34 seconds.
When you're on those videos, right? Say the budget is nice or whatever. Is there a certain piece of gear that you love to gravitate towards? Are you more like a Red or RE guy? I mean,
the RE, obviously, yeah. The RE is always. Shout out to my man Joe Labizzi.
Okay.
He shot my Redman and I'm sorry. He shot the Nas and Mary J. Blige. So that was the first time that I've seen like a top shelf. You know, he did all the stuff with Colin Tilley.
Yes.
Colin Tilley, Joe Labizzi was Colin Tilley's main man.
Classic.
And then
video
I never forget when he first met me. Because we had met before on the Scout the day before.
Yeah.
But the second day was the actual shoot. He pulled up in a Porsche. Cause I didn't see what he pulled up in on the Scout. I was just in there. He came in, shook my hand, and I was in awe because he's one of my favorite DPs.
Okay.
So when he pulled up the second time, I was outside. He pulled up in a Porsche and he threw me a cigar. He said, we're about to make history, bro. And I was like, wow, that's my man. He's a class act. Shout out to my man Joe Labizzi. And honestly, to see my work on the job, I got to call my man and see if I can get in my car. Because when I got in an accident recently, and I think I left my second cell phone in there, and I had all that stuff on there. The Jumbotron stuff. I remember watching at the Barclays Center when Nas and Mary performed at the Barclays Center.
How does that feel?
I remember it came up, and I'm looking around. It's like 50, 60,000 people glued to the screen looking at something that I shot, the idea I came up with. I'm just sitting there like,
is that a
wow.
moment? Like, because I know there's a lot of times.
Bro, that
like,
shit blew me away.
There's a lot of times in the business where you just smile. But like, you know, when you smile from your heart,
yes,
it's different.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And then I had it. Then he had it at the Prudential Center. Wow. And I paid for my brother and my man, but one of my best friends, Benito, to go. And then when they saw it, and I already seen it already. I saw it at the Barclays Center. And I remember my man was on FaceTime with me while he was looking at it. I'm on FaceTime, like, yeah. He looking at me like, yeah, we looking at this shit. I'm like, wow, because Because my brother and them, they was a part of the group, like the FBN thing I was telling you about, the name of the rap group that was.
Oh yeah, so that you start off as an artist.
Yeah, it was horrible, but for them to see the artists that we used to look up to and rock, they trusted you in their vision, whatever. And we looking at 50,000 people look at it.
Your brother still does music.
Yeah.
Is he ever in awe where he's like, damn?
Oh yeah. He comes on my sets too. Like he been around a lot of the bigger artists that I had on set too. He was like, wow. Like
I mean, I've met him a couple times.
Yeah. I'm just lucky a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, obviously, I put a lot of work in, and I don't want to say I was chosen, whatever, but out of Newark, whatever, like you got the Redman, Shaquille O'Neal's.
For sure.
I'm not putting myself in a category. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm one of the ones that can say I got real stories with some of the bigger artists in the game.
And I think that makes for incredible,
Yeah, I'm proud of that. Like I'm proud of what I do.
You should.
Yeah. Like so this is the first time I'm talking like this on a podcast.
Really?
And I'm happy that you getting this out of me.
No, for sure.
Because normally I'm like very superficial on the surface with the questions and answers.
No.
So I'm really digging in because I'm like, yo, like
I felt like that was going to be the beauty of this conversation because it was like, it's like talking as friends.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And
you have always been a friend ever since the first day I met you when we had this photo shoot.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. I remember that whole day.
Such a good time.
We had to like that. It was like a weird, like an orangish, reddish backdrop, and the way the light was falling, it felt like so warm.
No,
there's a shot with you in the front.
I remember that.
They was in the back. I got to see that picture. That was an amazing picture.
It's on my Facebook.
That's one of my favorite pictures ever.
Yeah.
The way your face, it's just something about his face.
Rock got me when I had no beard.
Yeah. So honestly, when I met this dude, I thought he was the coolest looking kid ever. I swear to God, when I was like, yo, this.
Yeah, but
I'm not even being funny.
No. You know what's funny to me?
When I first met this dude, because the way he had his hair, and I said, yo, this dude's like, he looked like an actor. Like he looked like a main actor in a movie.
But the way I saw myself, you were putting me in everything. I'm like, I look like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Wow.
He's like, wow. No, it's funny. Like I had the time of my life once I linked up with you, man.
Yes.
Like I really, like I said, I looked up to you in so many different ways, and like you, just the energy you brought was something I always was trying to captivate in life.
Yeah.
You know, like whether it was the artistic side, I was like, yo, let's do something different. Let's change the world around us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like let's make those dreams happen. And like you doing that for other people, including myself in the group at the time. Again, I was like, oh my God.
So what I've learned, just hearing you talk now, I feel bad because I feel like the people that's closest to me, like they hate me. And the people that's like not so close to me, they in awe, they revere. So I realized like, damn, like, but I wanted the closest people to me to love me the most. And it's not that.
No, I feel like
so weird.
When you're generous, when you're kind, and like you stay humble, you stay a stand-up guy, you put everybody that you know, whether actor or actress,
put them first.
You put them first. And like I said, you could easily go to labels and find the baddest of the baddest and the best of the best, but you choose to really look out for your people. And I think it's a double-edged sword, because there's a lot of people within my circle too that they literally have a fear of success.
I don't.
But they also have like envy for your successes.
Oh yeah, I see that a lot. I mean, sad to say, it's just like
it is what it is,
Because I'm a Libra, so if I'm doing a good, I be wanting you to have a good time too. I don't want to be like, I'm the man, look at me, and then you over here mad. I be wanting people around me to have a good time too.
You know what it is too, though?
I hate that.
I think like, I say it often because it's like a metaphor I created, and I said,
I have to cut you real quick. So me saying that, like I hate like because if I'm having a good time, I want you to have a good time because I don't want to have a good time and you mad whatever, and then something bad happened to me. Then it's like ha ha. No. So that's what scares me personally. When I'm like, people around me don't feel like they having a good time around me because it's all about me. It scares me whatever because it makes me feel fearful. Like
you could come into camera.
Oh, you fine.
Can come into camera, make it fancy.
So it makes it feel like it scares me whatever because I don't want to mess up.
Yeah.
So people, I don't want nobody laughing at me. I don't want nobody trying to play me out, or I don't want nobody to pray for my downfall. Because
sometimes it really feels like that when there's so many eyes on you.
Yeah, my success is not something that I'm trying to throw in your face.
No.
I just put the work in.
It's just happening.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of the time.
That shit scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, we go through a lot of suffering, and then they're seeing the highlight reel.
The fact.
You know what I'm saying? There's months when
Bro, it's more. I go through more pain than I do pleasure. I promise you.
Yeah. But that's.
And I'm not just saying that to make people like me.
But that's no.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think that's when people aren't really into it because they don't have the understanding that there are so many leaps and bounds to even get the gig. You know, the politics behind it is crazy. So for you to get the gig, to execute on the level that you
deliver
did, and everything else, and then at the end of the day, you know, they're like, oh, you know,
I'm like,
the check must
you
have
do
been
it
crazy.
then. Yeah,
No,
I'm like, no,
it's not always like
but
that.
my thing is, you do it. You think it's you mad at me, or I'm not saying they are, like you said, about the jealousy and stuff like that. Like, you do it then. If you think it's so easy, you want to get the revered, and you want to get the accolades, whatever, you do it then.
No.
You
know what? You know what? I feel like we live in a world where mediocrity applauds mediocrity.
Oh my God.
And like, you know,
so you get a participation trophy kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't believe in that.
No, but this is also what I was about to say is that I feel like there are stars in this world, and like stars are like the sun, right? So I feel like people like yourself, you really do what you do. So you are the sun. There's people around you that hold mirrors.
Wow.
And they say, oh, look, I shine the same. But when you leave that room, it's dark as fuck.
Wow. I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm dealing with that right now. The closest people to me around me is trying to hurt me, trying to do stuff whatever. I'm just being genuine and stuff like that. It's so corny.
It's the people that you give genuine insight, genuine love, genuine building blocks that always kind of end up, again, being envious of you, jealous of you. And jealousy and envy are such toxic traits.
Yeah, I can honestly tell you, every time I felt scared about a situation, whatever, I always felt out better. Every time.
Mhm.
Every situation I had with somebody, whatever, if I had to fall out with someone, whatever, they came back and said, my bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, well, so now I'm like, yo, just go. Like,
I know there's a big separation too. Like,
I'm
you
like, just
being
go.
a director, right, is different than your friends that like get married or have a kid. Everybody like applauds it on Facebook, and you're like, oh, I just put this out, and they're like, I guess so. You know, like, it's
a weird dynamic.
Weird.
Yeah,
it's a really weird dynamic.
I don't know how to put it. So to touch upon that, I be wanting everybody to win. So all my friends, like my 90s and all whatever, they all got their own thing, whatever. So we all joke around. So when we talking about moves and stuff like that, nobody's jealous, whatever, because we all getting to it.
Exactly.
But it's just the ones who ain't getting to it, whatever. So I keep my mouth shut. Yeah. So
do you feel like you appreciate films for that fact that like when the credits roll, everybody's involved?
Yes. So my last film, I feel bad because I didn't put the credits in it. I said it was coming soon, but I'm about to do that next. But yeah, man, it's just it's a weird journey because I see how the celebrities roll. Like, I'm glad I'm not a big celebrity because it's probably so much drama they got to deal with, like with their women, of being a guy. Or
I think there's that gray space that if you can stay right in the middle, in between.
I'm a Libra, so that's how I operate.
Okay,
I'm never too high, never too low. I'm just in the middle.
Yeah.
So I've learned that way.
I think that's why we always got along, because like my best friend's a Libra.
Thank you.
And like you always gave that Libra energy.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm just
you know what
it
is about you guys though? It's so funny. I've been best friends with my best friend since 3rd grade.
We full of shit.
Sometimes you guys have like this shit where it's like, I don't give a fuck about you, but deep down inside, you're like, man, I care about this shit.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem. But all the time I'm showing you how much I love you, whatever. You don't take it for granted.
Exactly.
But then when I flip it or whatever, you're like, oh, what happened? Why would this ever happen? I'm like, well, I was showing you how much I love you. You took it for granted.
Yeah.
I deal with that. I deal with that specifically with women. All the women I've been in my life, whatever, they love me and they hate me to death. That's that Libra shit.
Do you have a certain type?
No. All my women been different.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a black man in America. What you want me to do?
Tell me more.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tell me more.
Not to say it like that, but it's just like, okay, me being who I am, being nice, whatever.
Yeah.
Because sad to say, we the low end on a social tadpole. Like, we looked at like the fear.
It's so weird. You know why?
Yeah.
Because all my black friends do more than my white friends. And I feel like it's a complex that like...
And it's sad though.
You know what I told my black friends? And I said it in all...
I'm glad we're talking about this. Is dope.
No, please.
Yeah.
Like, I told all my black friends, right? One, I really like that clip that's been circulating with Morgan Freeman. It's like, let's not talk about like... Not that we don't talk about color. Like, for me, what I love... Like, if I was black, it'd be amazing. Like, I would feel like tan all year long.
You would feel amazing. So, what I know about black people, no matter what, how, whatever... No matter how you want to shut us down, whatever, we'll still be like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. Like, we had that supreme confidence.
I had a different experience with black people. I guess, like, I grew up with black people in America.
You got that one white friend, right?
Literally.
I'm joking.
No. Like,
I got a white friend. I got a black friend.
No, like when I came from France,
His name is Edgar.
my doctor's family from East Orange, his name was Dr. Holder. They brought me into the church. They like Trini background, this, that, and the third. So like my comfort food outside of France was like rice and peas and all that other stuff. So it's like, it was interesting. And then growing up, like my perspective as again, I didn't even see it like that, but anybody that was special and warm and hospitable and cleanly were people that were Black, that were Moroccan.
Yeah, we just be chilling.
Everybody's chilling. And the thing is, what I hate about, like, you go to Africa, the proudest
Bro, it was no racism out there.
The history here makes it way different.
Mm-hmm.
Like the DNA, like the anxiety in the DNA makes it different on American soil.
That's a fact.
And I feel like, like Black people should be proud, but it's like Morgan Freeman said, like, we don't need a day to make you feel special because I think you're already special.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it almost emphasizes like you feel like you're riding the short bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, so instead of carrying yourself like, I already am one of the greatest, you should be looking up to me in certain ways.
But the social construct makes it feel like,
but that's what I'm saying. Jay-Z and Beyonce did that for the culture.
I understand.
Where it's an unspoken word.
Yeah, but they so stressed out. I feel bad.
They stressed, probably.
But so what I guess my point was like, I never felt inferior.
No.
But I feel like I had to be extra nice so you can let your guard down.
Exactly.
People in general.
Yeah.
And I feel like I treaded that line smoothly because so I always said, I don't want to be racist or whatever. I said Black people don't want to be around white people, but when we get money, I just happen to be there because y'all got all the nice shit.
You know what it is?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, y'all just happen to be there in my face.
You know what it is,
I'm
though?
trying to get a nice house, but y'all right there looking at us like that. Like,
I think most of the time, I think there's a fine line between being racist and prejudice. And I think
bigotry. You could be racist.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm racist. We all should be racist.
We all racist.
You love who you are. No, racist is different. Bigotry is you think you're better than somebody.
Yeah.
That's so.
But you know what?
It's okay to be racist. You want to be Colombian or whatever. You want to be French or whatever. You want to marry French.
Exactly.
People. That's racism.
There's culture.
Bigotry is the problem nobody's talking about.
Culturally, we all have hicks.
I agree. Okay.
Right? White people got hicks. Black people got hicks. They might be in the hood.
White people got niggas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There might be hood rats or whatever, like whatever the name is. You know what I'm saying? Like that people gave it, but it's like everybody's got it.
Oh yeah. Everybody. The word ghetto came from the Polish. But
that's the thing. The magnifying glass ends up on somebody like that, and they're like, oh,
yeah, look at them.
This is the representation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, that's not
Trust
it.
me, like I'm not to talk shit about nobody. Like honestly, I'm just not that I'm proud or whatever. It's not even being proud. Just like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, yeah. I'll be like, yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the way I look. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Exactly. I could be ugly too. I still like because I'm Black, whatever. So I don't know. It's weird. It's just a good feeling to be Black. It's weird as that may sound.
No.
Yeah. I don't know because I've mastered of who I am. Yeah, like she'd tell you too. Like I'm super confident. That's why she be mad at me all the time because I don't be. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, what's up? What you gonna do?
You want the mic for 2 seconds?
She probably would throw this shit in my face actually, but. Yeah. But I'm just saying is like, up until I went to college, I was around Black folks, elementary, high school, whatever like that. I had a great time amongst my Black folks, whatever. It's when I got to college, whatever, that the microscope was on you, or how you gonna act, whatever. So I felt like I feel like I was a good diplomat for my people. I went to college because I had an Egyptian girlfriend. She was telling me like you should go to Egypt, all that. I remember hearing all these stories, whatever. And when I finally went there for the first time, I was like, wow. So I've been to everywhere. I've been to South Africa, North Africa, West Africa, East Africa, and all that. So hopefully in the future, I can take my son to Nairobi, Kenya, so he can know where his name came from. Yeah. That's my biggest goal. And then my daughter Seneca, it came
from Seneca.
Yeah, no,
Senegal.
No, it came from Central Park. It used to be Seneca Village, which was all Black people up there before they burned it down and made it Central Park. There's Black people living there, whatever. So my wife, being an Italian woman, knew that history. Whatever. I was like, yo, I'm gonna name my daughter Seneca, based off the Black village that was burnt down when people came from all over at Ellis Island and came and started migrating and making New York to what it is now. But so it makes me think Black people have been everywhere on the globe, whatever. They make us think, oh, you're not from here, whatever, just to let you know that you're not connected to this island. But I feel like Black people was here first. Gotcha. They don't tell you that though. But so my man schooled me on that. I was like, bro, now we get on the boat. He said, bro, he said, get on a plane and go to Africa. It's 12 hours. So imagine being on a boat. This boat was taking forever to get here.
That's too crazy.
You mean this wood is on salt water, this water's gonna hold for 90 days in the water? That shit gonna wither away. You know, get a piece of wood and keep pouring water on it every second.
I don't think people can even comprehend.
Yeah,
like,
so when he explained that to me, I was like, wow, because I was stuck on everybody's from Africa.
No,
I was stuck on that.
What is something that like, all right, let's say
I know we're jumping around, but this is amazing.
No. From two ex-wives, one's Italian, one's Indian, right? 2 pros, 2 cons about each.
2 pros.
You got to eat manigotti every day.
No, not even that. Ashley was mad creative. And then she used to do this London accent. Remember that time?
Yes.
That promo I did?
I actually
Remember that promo?
I actually thought she was from...
No, she fooled everybody. Though she killed that accent. So we had people, it was like, Rob, can I get your wife in the studio? I was like, yeah, I got you, yeah. So she must have been in like 8 studio sessions that she was saying vocals for stuff like that, whatever. So the fact that she was super creative, that's why I liked her, because I feel like she was a kid like
that. That was the attraction, the pro.
Yeah. And then, so you need a con?
I was going to say 2 pros, 2 cons.
I can give you 1 pro and 1 con.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And so not to put it out there, like, I feel like she was a little scared of the world, and I wasn't. Okay. She's like a little more reserved. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go.
She was a teacher, correct?
Yeah, she still is, a college professor.
Gotcha.
And then same thing with Jyoti.
I'm glad that my memory is working this well. You know
yeah. So Jyoti, which is obviously my current situation, like, I just thought she was exotic, like, had a look to her. And she didn't, so beauty for her was secondary. She didn't care how she looked. But everybody, so I always forget we had a video shoot for my man Sage the Gemini.
Yes.
So my wife was the producer. And then when the models picked whatever, he had to pick the model. He pointed at my wife, thought she was a model. He said, I have her in it. She's like, no, I'm the producer.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was a moment, because I'm like, she's just being pretty with her, but naturally, she's looking regular.
Yeah.
As a producer, whatever. But he thought he picked her as the main model. I said, nah, and she's like, nah, you gotta pick her. And so she picked another girl. But he said, yo, well, can she wear your jacket? Because when you putting that jacket together, can you put that jacket on? So my wife took her jacket off, ex-wife, and gave it to the model in the video.
So did you feel like the attractiveness outside of her like physical attributes was that like she was like, okay, let's do it?
Yeah, so with my ex-wife, whatever, the Indian one, sounds so weird. Just saying that.
Do you like Indian food?
Yeah, I mean, so I got used to it. I got used to it.
Got used to it.
I remember it was a movie.
I had to do that with Janelle, too.
I remember it was a movie with Orson. What's the dude? Orson, that whole Ben Affleck. What's that group? What's that dude name? He had a funny nose. His nose always was bent up.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it Greg Orson or something like that?
No. Wilson.
Yeah.
Olsen Wilson.
His name. He said something about Indian food and it stuck. He said, oh, I want to go to this Indian wedding. I got to deal with this food.
Love it.
But no, he was saying it in a bad way.
No, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I love it.
So I got used to it.
Yeah.
I got used to it, but it wasn't bad. So her family members and stuff like that, whatever, they cook good food, whatever. So I wasn't mad at it. But I heard
what's
the
a
horror
dish
stories.
that you came across that you're like, okay.
I don't know the name. I'm so jaded. Yeah,
Do you know what it is?
Like Gungari stuff, like all that, like Indian naan and all that stuff was good. And what's the other one? I forget. I've been so far removed lately. But that's the pros that she was beautiful without trying to be. There's a lot of women out here, it's all the looks, whatever.
Yeah.
So 50 Cent said some of the realest shit. He said, yo, if a woman is always worrying about how she look or whatever, want to look like this, whatever, she on some whole shit. Not dissing and saying that you're doing that, whatever, but it's true. I'm not saying
no, it's true, because nowadays
Instagram is all that.
It's filters,
so some women that's
injections.
sterile like that, but when I see certain ladies, whatever, like I know certain girls, like I look at her, I know she thorough or whatever. It's not don't apply to her. But there's a lot of girls that don't have confidence. They think they gotta look good every time, whatever. And you wanted to go do some whole shit. Because that's all you're worrying about. You have nothing else to offer.
You know what I said in the past?
Only that. It's only that.
I had a couple of exes that were like Ferraris without engines.
Wow. I know a lot of women like that.
Yeah. Where it's like they look great.
But you can't tell them that though. But I'm like, you're gonna see for yourself.
No. I wanted to say it like that, where it's like, okay, like, but the thing is, like, if you're not a mechanic and they weren't put in from the beginning, that's what I felt. You
Ferraris
look glamorous.
Wow.
Ferrari without an engine. It's like there's nothing you could do to propel a woman to make you can't make her realize she's gorgeous. You can't go anywhere with her, and there's no drive because it's not established there from the beginning. So everybody admires it parked, and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. And everybody's going to say the same thing, but it's never going to go anywhere.
Wow. And they have to realize it, because it starts with confidence first. Right?
Unfortunately. But you know what it is? I don't hate, women are born with their value,
intrinsically.
Because physically, as men,
It's a given.
it doesn't matter. You could be a waitress. You could scrub toilets for a living. But if I find you attractive,
It's
your
a
body
fact.
is crazy.
It's a fact.
I'll take you out of nowhere, right? But with women, it's different. And for men, we have to build our status
Yeah, it's corny.
over
yeah.
time.
But
So
I feel that though, yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. But and the world keeps turning. But I think that when you do come across women that have a personality, especially if she's beautiful, it's
So
it's double dangerous.
So that was the pros of my jokey,
Exactly.
whatever, because she was beautiful and revered without trying to be.
Yeah.
The cons were like I just feel like she was too strict and too.
You know what it is though?
Yeah.
I can tell you
that was my cons.
I have a lot of Indian friends, and
they just like that though.
No, yeah, they come from
like
very strict households.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's just
I'm surprised I got whatever. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not your pick. I'm so sloppy,
but I feel like that's also why she's so good at what she does.
It's a fact. Yeah, I agree. But it was sometimes it became overbearing.
Yeah.
And even though I'm putting it out there, I don't care, just whatever. But I'm just like, I was looking for a woman that wasn't trying to be that way. And I feel like my first wife was like that, but I took advantage of it. So that's weird.
I see, yeah.
Because she was feminine, her feminine energy, listen to everything I said, respect everything I said, like that. But even my second wife, whatever, she respected what I said, whatever, was always like, well, I'm still gonna do this.
Do you ever feel like, be honest with me.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever feel like being on set, being around so many different beautiful women, even if they don't have the personality, you ever feel like that's like a big challenge to you?
No. You gotta understand, like, I always feel like I was the catch.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, you pick me. Like, every girl I've been with, I can tell they picked me. Like, I remember my first wife, I know she picked me because I had this little job at the time. I had a job at PSG for like that one time. And then her mom was like, my daughter saw you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, she picked me.
I think that's the way it should go because I feel like if a woman,
I'm not being cocky in the sense. I'm just saying. I feel like the man is the catch, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it's
not the woman.
If a woman doesn't choose you from the get, or she's choosing you for the wrong reasons, it's always bound to hit the wall.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like you in a sense, like she's got to give you the opening. Like women control everything.
I do.
Women control
they do.
sex.
They do.
They control why society is so beautiful and everything else. Like there's a lot of pros to it.
That's a fact.
They give you always the taboo opening, and then it's for you to lead the rest of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Dead on. It's dead on. That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
So, and again, like women have a lot of power, and they know it.
Yes.
In that way, it's a silent and subtle beauty. It's a great challenge. I think it's a great challenge as a man to
try to get into the hearts and try to open them up. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, we're supposed to protect women, right? And the thing is, it's kind of confusing because you're so beautiful. Sexually, you're so enticing in this, that, and the third. So, but we know, like, if you give a woman something, she can make threefolds of whatever you give them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very... I think the more that we understand our natures and we don't try to go against them,
I agree.
I think the flow of the world would be a lot better. I think we're giving... I think we're saying that we could do things that we can't.
So, I had to talk with my people in my team. I had to meet with them earlier, the meeting I had before I came here.
Yes.
I was telling them about my situation, what I got going on. So they asked me, like, Rob, how you... So they said the same thing out of nowhere. They did my people, shout out to Nakima and Alicia. And they was like, Rob, you told me all the stuff you was going through, whatever, but it don't look like you went through what you don't look like what you just told me, all the shit you've been through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling them, I said, yeah, I was talking about marriage and stuff like that. I said, yo, marriage, for me, what I know it came about doing the industrial area.
Okay.
So imagine you building big scaffolds and buildings like that. So people on these 100 feet in the air, scaffolds and stuff like that, they scared for their lives. So I was on YouTube the other day, was looking at how the Brooklyn Bridge was built. They was talking about how they was underground. They had these air chambers that would blow air into the facility, and they underground, don't know what's on top of them. They just digging so they can create the platform. So they said when they got down that day, they got so drunk and high. I mean, whatever the booze of the day were, they were so scared to go back up there again. So the workforce started diminishing because you would have 10 people, let's just say 100 people, day one, and by the time the project was done, you had 10 people. So they said, we got to do something about this problem that people are getting so drunk and pissed off, and they're not going back up to the work, whatever. So we got to create a wife. So somebody to give them give them loving, give them a meal, and give them kids, whatever, to make them feel they got a purpose. That's why they're going to work.
Yeah,
Now they got a family, a wife, and kid. It came from that.
Mm-hmm.
And even though marriage was happening before that, but the industrial population created man and wife, whatever. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm only saying that to say that's one way of looking at it. But you think the world got populated between one man and one woman? No.
No.
It was one man and a bunch of women, whatever. So it takes you 9 months to have one kid, but I can get 5 women pregnant in a day.
Mm-hmm.
If I started from 8 a.m., took a break,
yeah, exactly.
then 1 to 12, if I had enough semen and stuff like that to create all that life, whatever. That's how a population is. Like
and
that.
see, the thing is, like...
So the problem, I'm only saying that to say,
no.
The problem becomes with people not realizing human nature.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's more of just like the context of...
I don't know if I made sense, but...
No, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I always say it myself, where it's like we can be seen as equals when it comes to respect, but the respects are different. Just as much as like your body parts are different than me. Your thought process is different from me. You're like on a whole different OS system than me. And you're asking for communication. I'm communicating as a man. You're communicating as a woman. And that's the complexities that make life interesting.
I like that.
So there's a lot of like beauties.
I kick fighting scratch. I love it. Like even if it's a person I like and I'm fighting with them, it feels like I'm having a good time.
Exactly.
If it's a person I don't hate, if it's a person I don't like and whatever, I'm like, well, I'm not even talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to that point with anybody that you used to be fighting and scratching with it, you like no more. It's like it's coming to an end.
That's true.
So in relationships, whatever, I'm like, yo, enjoy all of it. Enjoy the pain, enjoy the love and all that, whatever, because it's an experience. Because I always tell people, no, ain't nobody getting out of this alive. We all gonna die one day.
Yeah. And I think it's the same thing in business.
Mm.
Some clients are one-time clients.
It's a fact.
Sometimes they're 3 times over.
Oh my God, yeah.
And sometimes you never speak to them again.
My God. It's amazing. Yeah. I had a few that was been one time, one and done.
Yeah.
I had a few that's been forever. Like Redman. Me and Redman work all the time. Every time he got a song like, Rock, what you think about this? I'm going to send it to you a song, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We may not do all of them, whatever, but he sends me songs like every other day.
That's
ready to go.
That's fine.
And that's an iconic person, whatever. And, obviously, when you think of you think of Redman.
Sure.
For him to hit me up and act like he's my brother, and he is my brother, I'm just saying, it feels good, whatever, because I never thought I had a relationship with these people I used to look up to.
That's what I'm saying.
So it says a lot about me. I'm only saying that to say, like, if I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you think I'm not with you, like, you're going to lose in it. Because every time that somebody thought I wasn't with them, it's just like I fared out better every time.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between sincerity versus like a flex.
Yeah, versus
she like
changing a heartbeat. I never flex.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're speaking on true human connection, and I think like I respect it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said you've always been.
And this velvet, was it? Devil was catching
the
up.
Velvet Devil, right?
Got
It's
me
nice,
talking
though.
crazy.
Oh, it's great though.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like, it's great. Drink some more.
No, I
want this podcast to be interesting.
No, I think
she wants to smile so bad, but she's so mad at me these last few days. It's so bad.
Rock.
I don't care. I'm just telling the truth.
Life.
Like I said, because I'm only saying that because I'm 47, and I'm like, I like talking about stuff I'm doing, so people can learn from it. Because a lot of people I'm in contact with, they're younger than me, like by 15 years, 13 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm at a point now, like, I don't hold no bro. I'll tell you what I'm going through, whatever, so you can understand. Because I tell people, I'm like, yo, you that age, whatever, feel like I'm feeling at 47. See if you feel like this 20 years from now, if you're 27.
Yeah. I don't.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I feel good at 47. Yeah.
I
feel young.
I'm much more proud of who I am now than when you first met me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much growth that took place in my life in general.
Wow.
That I was like, I'm happy to have my own place.
Bro, this is amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember, this supposed to be the main act? This supposed to be his domain, whatever.
That's it.
Yeah, because when I first came in, I was like, this shit fire.
Yeah, because like other than that, like I was always sleeping on the floor. And sometimes people just see this.
Okay.
But they don't know how hard I had to work to get there. Like I had to stop being a waiter, stop knowing where my check was coming from. I slept on everybody's friend's floor. I was homeless at times.
You became a filmmaker and you made it right.
That was it.
Filmmaker's the key.
Yeah. And on top of that, before that, it was music. And it's like music wasn't paying me.
The music shit is hard. I feel bad for musicians. I really do. Especially independent ones.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you're always dishing out money. Always dishing out money.
You are.
And then
you're dishing out more money than you make. And people don't understand it too. Like, I've always had my family like, yo, do you really need a new this? Why are you buying this? And I was like, it's hard for me to explain. Not only is it therapeutic, it's like if you don't stay in touch with like what you really need, you're not progressing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's just I feel like filmmakers are the new rappers.
Yeah.
And I feel like rap is like getting followed up. Like I said before, they spending so much money. There's never no reward. Like even when people do shows and stuff like that, they tell 5 of their peoples come out and they're in the front cheering you on, but it's your peoples.
Yeah.
So it's really no audience.
But you know what's different for you too?
I feel bad for like I see a lot of that at shows. I'm like, yo, it's your peoples cheering you on.
Yeah,
So
but like
yeah.
the Locks is not having a budget or spending what they used to back in the day when like Jada was doing like, you know, Knock Yourself Out and all that
fact.
stuff. So it's like, it's a weird time.
I'm talking about the independent artists, the ones that are trying to get on.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because it's like, you love it and stuff like that. Wow.
You would never want anybody to break your dreams, but like, you're not shooting on a...
But I know the climate and I know what the industry feels like.
Yeah, because you have tons of insight.
Yeah, because I've been in those meetings and I see what they're looking for and it's not what everybody's doing.
Exactly.
So it's not a waste of time because it is therapeutic.
No, for sure.
Yeah, so it is. It makes them feel good and self-expression, stuff like that. Like I know a million artists independent and there's not one of them that ever got on. That's crazy. Think about that. I shot a lot of independent music artists and nobody's ever got on. Think about that.
And they've invested so much money.
Yeah, money on it. Nobody's ever got on. So,
do you ever feel that responsibility of like you have to represent your community?
As far as what?
From a line of success, from like, I mean, I feel like you've probably given tons of these artists insight, but maybe they weren't hearing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but like I said, I always say to myself, I'm just a filmmaker. Whatever. I'm not a musician. I'm not a producer of music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just here to help you facilitate your vision, and for you to do what you got to do outside of that. Once you get your video, then what?
True.
And it's just a sad thing because Jay-Z said it too. They got all those blacks forced into entertainment. That's a real statement.
Do you ever feel weird about like, okay, like now you have all this news around Diddy and those situations, but you were really proud at the time. It's such a fire video.
So if you look at this allegation or whatever, he's not really charged for nothing. Everybody just so freaked out by the word baby oil. Think about that. It's not illegal to have 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
No.
That means he's just having a lot of anal sex. That's just what that means to me.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So.
No, but I'm saying like...
that sounds weird. I'm sorry.
No.
But that's what it means, though. That's what it means. That's what that's for.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, do you ever feel like, okay, I shot for this person. All right, like, so say like...
But it's the fact that
No, it's true. But like Shay, I don't know, like, I don't even want to like put out like a particular name.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
But like, all right, say you were shooting for John Doe.
Okay.
Right? And then the next thing you know, he was like, you know...
allegations or something.
Allegations with child porn. You're like, damn, I shot the
craziest
video.
It really don't affect me. It really, I shot stuff for Diddy, Meek Mill. You know, Meek Mill getting flack for that.
Yeah.
Stuff for Lil Uzi Vert. He getting flack for who he is. And
I mean, it's always gonna happen in that line, but
yeah. So again, it's like all these. So again,
but what happens if they find Rock Davis with like 50 bottles of baby oil? I mean, that's a whole different...
So Dave Chappelle said something that was really funny. Dave Chappelle said the funniest shit. It's like, yo, you ever think about baby oil? Nobody has never finished a bottle of baby oil. It's always like halfway through.
Would you buy like a Costco version?
You know what I'm trying to say? When you in your house, Dave Chappelle said, yo, you probably go to my mother's house and she have a thing of baby oil that was from like 1985. It's still not even full. Not even.
But like, yo, I saw Rock Davis. He came out of Costco with 2 jugs the other day. I don't know how I feel about that.
But like, so, but the thing with baby oil is whatever, for that situation, whatever, it makes, I've been there before with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sad to say.
I thought baby oil was like for different reasons. I didn't think it was just for anal sex. I thought it was like to rub on like the booty or something.
Yeah. I mean, you have situations like that, but I'm just saying, it's just like, he's not really convicted for nothing, whatever. It's just a lot of allegations.
He likes having a good time.
Yeah, so we'll see how it plays out. Not to poke fun at what he's going through, but it's just like, I feel bad because...
Was that a play on words?
Yeah. Not the poke fun. But so I had this commentary. Some guy was explaining how every person wants to live like him, but the fact that we can't, that's why we
hate.
You know what I'm saying, denouncing him. But I'm sure if you had $3 million, it'd be 7 of her instead of just 1 of her. I'm not even being funny. I'm just being for real. Because you have the liberty to do what you want to do and have fun and have an abundance.
But you know what I noticed about
I'm
that
not saying
too?
it's based on a person. Obviously, you could obviously. So Diddy's been that way since he was a kid. But Diddy's been a rich kid and all that stuff. He's been in high fashion and all that. So he's been decadence his whole life.
I think like religion, marriage, everything. Like religion plays a big part in the fundamentals of what we believe, right? A lot of people are religious, right? But at the same time, when kings were kings, like they had 7 different women to keep their legacy going and stuff like that. So, you know, there are truths in that. And I feel like as long as women feel taken care of.
Yeah, they'd be okay with it. That's a fact.
Yeah. But, you know, not all women are like that. Because, again,
it's not everybody.
They're raised.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. And I think like they're raised in a certain way, especially with religious backgrounds and stuff like that. But there is, depending on the time, you know, in the world, you know, it could be that was normal maybe back then. And now it's changed because of whatever, you know. So now we live like penguins, you know. So, but you know, it's again, we could go on all day about that, but I think everything that we're talking about when it comes to life, filmmaking, this and that, like you're right, life imitates art and art imitates life, and I think that we can find all these intricate truths within our work, and a lot of time we can reflect on it. You're gonna reflect on What About Us?
Yes, for sure.
7 years from now. And maybe you're going to feel differently about it. You know what I'm saying?
I had a meeting today about all the film festivals I'm about to pay for to get those submitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good meeting today about I'm really going to put this one out. Like my first feature is a lot of politics surrounding that.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that one.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be a gym. Like, okay, what else you got? Well, I got this.
Are you excited for any other things that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of writing this other thing. I actually spoke to two of my peoples about investments today because I was like, okay, let me stop playing. They told me, said, if I ever want to do a film, it's two, I'm not going to say their names, but one is Jewish and one is black. And then they's like, yo, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I was like, wow, so I got to write it. So I plan on going on vacation probably like late February.
Okay.
So I'm going to really, really put it out and then write it out and then really put it together. And when I come back, I told myself we could do it in like probably like May.
Yeah.
It should be so fire. So I'm going to write the script in probably about 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's so dope too. So these are 2 people I'm trying to get $200,000 for.
So this is something you're really looking forward to.
And I didn't talk numbers with them yet, but I told them what it would cost back in the day.
Okay.
And they's like, yo, let's just figure it out.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of, I don't talk much about what I do. I can do it now because you're my man.
Yeah.
But I feel good about my next film. That's going to be the one. Because it's about social media too. So yeah, it's about what we're dealing with. That's dope. Yeah.
That's dope. You have any
closing
final words?
Yeah, I'm just, my model's always been I don't talk much, I shoot a lot, even though I've been yapping this whole time here.
Yeah.
But to aspiring filmmakers, I say, just do just be a man of your word so you can sleep at night. Because I know a lot of people in this era, they get a camera and they want to get in business, but the business part is the most important part of it. It's not so much the creativity part. It's like you give me money, I got to deliver. And if I say I'm gonna give it to you on Monday, if I don't, let me call you Monday morning and say, well, I'm bad, bro. I ain't finished yet. Maybe Wednesday. It may be weird because yo, come on, I need my project. But like, at least I told you. But what happens a lot, what I've learned, you say Monday, then he call you Monday, you don't pick up. He call you Tuesday, you don't pick up. Then Wednesday he call you, like, yo, what's up with it? You give it to him. But then it's not what he want because he's stressing about the deadline was Monday, but you give it to me Wednesday. So he's already mad. So when he sees the project, he's not happy with it because it's been 3 days after, and it probably would have been dope on Monday. The fact that you gave it to me on Wednesday is not dope.
I know.
So I always tell people.
That's a weird thing that people don't realize, like that timing is so imperative.
Timing is everything. So I tell people, I was like, yo, just, if you behind, tell them that day. Like, if I say I'm going to give it to you Monday, call them Monday, like, bro, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, my bad. It might be Wednesday.
I think I always tell everybody, I respect honesty.
That's why I get to sleep at night. I promise. No matter what I go through, I go to sleep every night like a baby.
That's good.
Because every time I go to sleep, I know if I'm lying about something, I'm gonna try to correct it. If I feel like I did you wrong, I'm gonna try to let you know. If I didn't do nothing wrong, I'm sleeping, I'm snoring at that point because I know I ain't do nothing wrong. So a lot of times I be snoring. A lot of times I don't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. That's good.
So
I feel like that's one of my things. Like I try to get it right in this lifetime, even if I've made the mistake, rather than having to come back to.
This is so therapeutic, by the way. Thank you.
No,
yeah,
that's good.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah. No, bro, you said that too.
Yeah.
She was in the car when you called me that time. So I just went, "Will you want to drink?" and all that stuff, whatever. I said, "Just gonna be calm and chill."
Yeah.
So I'm happy she's here.
Yeah, man. No, so like, for
she's so mad at me. So bad.
For all the things you've been through, for the things that you're going through,
She gonna be all right.
everybody gonna be all right.
You don't look it. You imagine having a fight on a podcast. Turn the camera to her. Get over here. Let's talk.
Get over here.
Part 2? Wow. Me and I want to do a podcast too. But
That'd be fine.
I think we should do it now. You know, now that she is her last night seeing me,
Right.
I think we should do a podcast.
You
Then
know,
we can talk about all the drama.
The
You
makeup.
want to do it? No, you don't want to do it. So corny. But anyway, I'm sorry. We're going.
No, it's all good.
I don't care. I'm at the point now. I'm like an open book. You want to ask me a question? Ask me. Yeah.
I like that though.
Yeah. Like I said, because before I was like trying to hide things like that, but now I'm at a good point now. I'm just like, hopefully you can learn from it.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's what I'm at.
Well, I want to thank you for making the time to come on. It's been the Chez Parlay Podcast with Rock David.
Fire.
Yes.
Thank you.
Which means just at parlays.
Really? That's what it means?
Chez means like, if you ever see Chez something in a restaurant, it just means at Roberts.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
So like that's it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But
I had a great time, man, honestly.
If the world blew up tomorrow, again, I love you, bro.
Thank you. Likewise.
I want to thank you for being part of my life.
Wow.
My journey. Again, I never want you to feel that hate or something from me or anybody else.
No. It's only the women that hate me.
Yeah.
Some of the fellas too, but it's more women than the guys.
Hate is unresolved love. That's what it is. So.
Yeah. I'll take it.
You know?
Because it's always somebody else beautifuler. Beautifuler or somebody more understanding.
Oh my God.
So whatever. You want to leave.
With that said, this has been Chez Parlay, Rock Davis. Catch us for the next episode. Au revoir.
This is therapeutic. I swear to God, this is a good night for me.
It's a good
What's
night.
Today, Monday?
Yeah.
On Martin Luther King's birthday. It's amazing.
Yes.
Or the holiday. I'm not sure.
Let's end it on that tip. It was Martin Luther King.
Is it his birthday or is it just a holiday?
It's the holiday. Oh, no. It's the holiday, which is his birthday, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day.
And they had the inauguration on that day, right?
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Elon Musk going like this.
See, black and white been coming together forever.
Yeah, but Elon Musk was going like this. He was
wild.
wild.
Getting kind of crazy.
He was wild. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, Chez Parlay Podcast. Like, subscribe, and we're out.